We are live. And my phone's
Alive.
about to die, so I'm going to plug it in.
Woo.
So, the finale of The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, Season 3. It was the 7th episode in the season. And
Your mic is doing a weird glitchy noise thing.
like going in and out.
No, it's like staticky almost. While you
Is
talk.
it better now? Is it better now?
No.
That's weird. I'll see if I can fix it while I'm talking. Can you hear what I'm saying?
What?
Can you hear what I'm saying?
I wasn't paying attention, but I can hear you.
Okay. We'll just go. So it was the season finale. It was episode 7 of season 3. Daryl Dixon, and it wasn't terrible, but I also feel like it. I don't know. It just didn't. It didn't feel like a season-ending episode. What did you guys think?
I did not feel like it was a season ending.
I don't think. Whenever I think of like a season ending episode, I think of like season 6 of The Walking Dead.
Right. And not everything can be like that.
Yeah.
Like that massive of a cliffhanger. And we did get a cliffhanger on the end of this episode, and I'll throw this out. I mean, obviously, we're reviewing the finale, and so we're going to get into some spoilers. If you have not watched and you don't want to deal with spoilers, stop watching now, go watch the finale, then come back and rewatch. But I guess, how do we want to... Let's walk through the episode. Okay, so early on, as we're going in, we get Daryl and the Pez dispenser try to figure out a way to get in. They volunteer to help. There's this weird like Walker marionette puppet show thingy with these rich people. And while that was going on, there's also a side story of Carol trying to get back in to rescue Antonio. And which of those do you guys want to look at first? Which of those storylines?
Antonio.
The Antonio one? Okay, so Carol goes in trying to rescue Antonio. They end up getting caught. And when they're caught, they end up getting... See, how did it go? They got caught. They're trying to sneak out, or Antonio gets caught at first. So Carol is there with a couple people from the lighthouse, and they try to rescue Antonio. And as they're sneaking out, they get caught, turned in by some random dude. They said his name. I don't remember it, so he's obviously not that great of a character. But they get turned in, and it's not good. I mean, Fede was going to kill Antonio for everything that had happened. They actually captured Roberto, and they were going to do essentially a public execution. And before we go any further with that, is there anything you guys want to talk about up to that point? Because I don't feel like we can go a whole lot further there without going into what Daryl was doing, because after that point he kind of comes in. So is there anything with the Carol story leading up to that you guys are interested in dissecting or talking about?
Not really, no.
No. I feel like the Daryl side of things was a lot more action-packed, a lot more interesting than the Carol side of things, at least on the overall. So let's go to the Daryl side of things, right? Daryl gets in. Him and the Pez dispenser. They get in. There's this, like I said, a Walker marionette puppet show, which was really creepy looking. Not sure how I feel about that. What do you guys think?
It reminds
Reminds
me.
me.
It reminds me of her family.
Reminds you of a family?
Yes, our family.
Our family. Our family is zombie marionette puppets.
Mhm.
Okay.
TGK is the Chester one.
I could see that.
Didn't we see something kind of like that in like season 1?
I don't think we saw something like that. I do think there was something similar in season.
Like 1 or 2.
What are you thinking of? Because what I'm thinking of is with the governor, but it wasn't really the marionette puppet thing. It was when they tried to do like the competition.
No, I'm in Daryl Dixon. There was a
Oh, you're talking about in. Okay, I thought you were talking about the main show.
no.
Refresh my memory because I'm not sure what you're referring to.
There was. I can see if I can find a picture of it, but it was like an orchestra of walkers.
Oh yeah, the Walkerstra.
The Walkerstra. I don't know that I remember that. Was there something like that in Dead City?
I don't think so.
Maybe I'm mixing the two up. Well, while you look for that.
Oh, I already found it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, see, that's why you are always the one that's on that because you're quick to get it pulled up. Maybe. Okay. Oh, I vaguely remember this.
They had that little band.
Where was this at?
I
I
don't
say
remember. You got the
What'd you say?
drums, all different band members.
we didn't have a vocalist.
Okay, I'm vaguely remembering this. So I mean this would be similar then to that. It also kind of makes me think of it. So I guess there's a couple scenes throughout the different series where we've had something like this. We've had this one. We have the one from the finale tonight. We also have where in the main show where Princess was positioning them all in different, like in the car or at the table outside the restaurant and stuff like that. Where does this rank as far as like the weirdest zombie thing like that? Like if you think of everything involving zombies where it's like an extracurricular, I guess you could say. So you have this, you have that one from earlier in the season, you have Princess doing that, you have
Princesses are like the most like normal. I feel like they're like
as
making
normal
this place normal again.
as normal as you could be taking dead people and
Yeah.
posing them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is probably the most normal of them.
I feel like
I
this
think
one's kind of weird because they gave him like makeup and stuff.
yeah, I feel like this one takes the cake. Because even I think it's more than what we saw in the beginning season because like you said, they did all their they did them up like a marionette doll or like an actor would have been done up. Like they did the powdered face makeup, they did the wigs, the big costumes and stuff. So yeah, it was very strange. It definitely set the tone for like these are people that they see themselves as definitely better than everyone else. They see even the zombie stuff they see as being very much below them. is kind of what I got.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of what they're going for. But then Daryl cuts them loose, and they go out and start feasting on people, and
Our turn to feast.
yeah, they go out and start snacking on some of the people that are there. We get Pez dispenser gets caught trying to rescue her person that she wants to go rescue. Finds out that they actually have a child, and then they kill the future king of Spain, and then the current king of Spain also dies, and so the El Aguzar is completely gone. They're done with. Um, what else? I know Daryl did get. I always forget her name. The girl, Roberto's
Justina.
Justina. Um, Daryl gets Justina, and they start working their way back to Carol and Roberto and Antonio, and yeah, I feel like I'm missing. There's a lot of stuff that happened this episode, and I forgot to take notes as we were watching, which I normally have been doing, and yeah. So what else? What else do you guys want to talk about in this?
French guy.
What?
French guy.
French?
Oh,
Oh, yes. I almost forgot about him, and it was
I can find him real quick.
yes for me that really like set the tone for the episode. Like I got super excited when I saw him at the beginning, but then it like he's just not there, like not doing anything, and like it doesn't even show him again until the very end. And then once we get to the end, which I guess before we get to the end, I'll start setting up. So we talked about, Carol and Antonio were captured. Roberto was there. He was captured. And they start, basically, it's a public execution. Roberto is chained to the two guys from the lighthouse, and they're dead. And they're about to come back. And then there are other individuals that are bringing in hordes, essentially, of walkers that are coming towards Roberto and Antonio and Carol, and it looks like they're not going to make it. But of course, Daryl jumps in at the last second, starts picking them off, and then the
Daryl.
Justina shows up, and she starts walking like pretty bravely, starts walking up towards Roberto and all of them, to where they start picking off the zombies so she doesn't get hurt. And she calls out Fede. Fede gets thrown in prison. And here is the dude that we were talking about. Stefan Cadron, I think, maybe. But he is back, and I was excited about this. I ended up liking him from the previous two seasons, and yeah, he was an interesting character. I think he had a good character arc going from the bad guy to the good guy, or a good guy. I think I'm excited that he's back, but they showed him at the very beginning, and they showed him at the very end, and that's it. Like nothing else. And so Daryl steps in, rescues Carol, Antonio, and all that, and they end up getting Fede captured. They're out working on their boat. They go to sleep. Daryl wakes up, and Fede has actually been let out of jail by his mother. And he's going to kill Daryl, ends up shooting the boat on accident, and lights the boat on fire, and it goes completely up in flame. But as it goes up in flame, we see this Frenchy French dude sees the explosion from a distance, and I'm assuming he's going to start walking towards it, and he meets up with Daryl and Carol that way. But it is bringing back another character, which I think was a fan, maybe not a fan favorite, but I do think the fans overall liked him, especially at the end when he kind of shifted sides.
Wonder what's happening with Laurent.
What's that?
I wonder what's happening with Laurent.
Yeah, I do think this guy coming back opens up the storyline of Laurent again, where he is coming in. Like we'll probably see some of him in next season. At least I would think so. They'll have to figure out what they're going to do with the boat, since the one that they had is now ashes. But maybe the lighthouse lady will be able to find something for him or get something for him. What are you guys' thoughts on how it ended and where it went, or maybe just the episode overall? Do you think it was good? What?
I'm mad.
You're mad? Why are you mad?
I don't want to be in Spain anymore.
Yeah, I'm ready for him to be back stateside. Although that's not stateside anymore because the states aren't there anymore. But I am kind of ready for him to be back in the Commonwealth and some of that. Or at least somewhere else. I do feel like
see if like in the end of season 4, whenever he goes back, if he gets to see Rick.
Yeah, that could be, and that's a possibility too. Maybe because we know season 4 is going to be the last season, so maybe season 4 ends with it shifting into a new show. So it's not The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon anymore. It's the same characters, and they're back in like a new spinoff or like a revamp of the original show or something along those lines. I think it's a possibility. And I think that would be cool to explore with some of these new characters that we've gotten, bringing them back to the Commonwealth, especially with Rick there now. I think it would be very interesting to see how that would play out. And I think there's a lot of possible storylines they could go with to help or to be able to have some good story for the next several seasons. I think, even if they do longer seasons. Overall, as a season finale goes, I think we all kind of were in the same boat. It wasn't bad, but it also didn't feel like a great season finale. Like they did have a cliffhanger at the end, and it wasn't a bad cliffhanger, but it left something to be desired. Like it didn't feel great. I'll make the comparison. I know you guys have never watched this, but there's a show. It was called Sons of Anarchy, and the entire show was about this main character, Jax, trying to get out of this motorcycle club, and like that's the entire purpose of the show. And every single time he's about to leave, something happens that stops him from leaving, to the point where it's just like you don't think he's actually ever going to leave, because every time he goes to leave, something happens and it brings him back in. And so now it's like, how many times can they have something go wrong and prevent them from going back to the U.S.? How many times are they going to go through this? Like it seems like it's just on repeat now. So I feel I'm kind of ready for something else to happen, for them to move on from that idea to something else. I don't know exactly how they're going to do that in season 4, though. Maybe. And I really hope season 4 doesn't end up being like the entire season is them trying to find a boat or fix a boat or something like that. If it is end up being a part of season 4, if it's a minor part at the beginning that gets resolved, and then they're on. What do you guys think? What are you expecting going forward for season 4? What do you think we're going to see? What do you think? Maybe some storylines that are going to be in there. What? How do you think it's going to end? Do you think it's going to link up with another show?
They're all
What are
gonna
some
go back
thoughts?
to France.
You think they're going back to France? Could be. I kind of think, and I might be wrong, but I kind of think that what we're going to see in this one is going to be, or in the next season, I think it's going to go one of two ways. I think it's going to start off with like maybe the first episode is them on the shore in the present day United States, and maybe not all the way back to the Commonwealth, but they are like back at least on this side of the ocean. And as they're there, you'll see like some flashbacks of when they were getting ready to sail across the ocean, and then even while they're actually sailing across the ocean. I think that's one possibility. The other one, and this is the one I don't want, I feel like another possibility, or the second most likely possibility, is that the entire 4th season is going to be them looking for a boat or trying to find some other way that they can get back to the Commonwealth or something like that. And that's going to be everything that we see. And I really, really hope that is not the case. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean that I could see that second option happening, even though I don't think anyone would enjoy that.
Yeah. Coming Magpie. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, TGK.
I don't really know what to expect with this next like season coming out and everything. Sure, it's gonna be a while, but like I don't know what to expect at all.
I'm gonna look and see when the actual release date is.
It's kind of creepy because we were talking. I heard something outside the window.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I looked. I didn't see nothing though. Must be a walker outside.
Probably.
Yep, because walkers exist.
They do.
Well, there's nothing out there right now. Except for this weird guy standing right outside your window, Gideon. Just hold a knife or something. I wouldn't worry about it. Anyways, no. So, season 4. Let's see. I'm seeing that they're working on a season 4, but I'm not seeing a release date. Season 4 will begin production later this month. Yeah, I'm not seeing a release date or even a suggested release date. But this one, I mean, it will probably be sometime, I would guess, September.
It's telling me is that it's gonna have 8 episodes.
Well, it's one more, but it's still. Yeah. So it'll probably end up being sometime like beginning of December, early December, or not December, September. Okay, we got. I guess we have comments. I didn't see them, but yeah. It said audio sounds off, and then there's this one. It says I don't either. I'm curious as to if they're going to work on the boat or help rebuild in Salaz, which that is not something I had thought about actually. I guess it's possible they could help rebuild in Salaz. Um,
There's a man standing outside my window with a knife.
That's perfect.
it is possible they could help rebuild there. Um, I'm not 100% sure, and that maybe Daryl made the comment about things always not working out for him, or he's always like running and surviving and stuff. So maybe they're going to stick around there. I don't know. What else do you guys think? Any thoughts on that specifically with the Salaz or in Salaz? All right. Well, go ahead.
I don't think they're gonna. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna go help rebuild just because. I feel like, so like Fede got out because he convinced his mom. I feel like she's gonna end up doing something that would get everyone against Daryl and them again.
Yeah.
Then it'd be another big thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. But well, we will that'll be it for this one. Interested to see what happens, and as more news comes out about season 4, we will try to do videos recapping that, giving our thoughts, opinions, whether we think it's going to be good, going to be bad. Be on the lookout. Starting, it's going to be, I don't know if it's this upcoming a week from today or 2 weeks from today, but there's a new series on AMC called TGK. What's it called?
Talamasca
or something like that. Looks interesting. We are going to be trying to do the same with that, as well as we're going to be trying to get the Last Frontier. We had some stuff going on, so we weren't able to get it right away, but hopefully by next week when the new episode comes out, we will be able to jump on, recap what we've seen so far, and give our thoughts. We haven't seen the first episode, and I have to say, as far as first episodes go, it was nuts. So I think it's going to be a good one, and we'll discuss a little bit more on that at another time. But that is all we have for now. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoy season 3. It was a decent one. We'll see what's coming up next in season 4 and in the future of The Walking Dead in general. And until then, don't forget,